morning, I'm Keisha Betts with the CTV News Update. President Joe Biden's Build Back Better plan is on the move after passing early this morning in the House of Representatives. The vote was mostly along party lines, with a Democrat from Maine the only no vote on that side of the aisle. Democrats called the measure, which includes far-reaching changes in tax law, health care, energy, climate change, education, and housing, a historic big win for average Americans. The measure passed 222 to 113.
This bill will speak for itself to millions and millions and millions and millions of Americans whose lives will be made more secure, more richer in the terms of quality of life, whose educational opportunities will be greater, and whose job opportunities will be greatly enhanced.
Build Back Better now heads to the Senate, where it will likely undergo some significant changes. In other news, the Prince George's School Board adopts 2 new policies to help protect its diverse student population. The policies passed last night establish gender identity, sexual orientation, and citizenship status as protected classes in the school system.
The citizenship status is one that I proposed, and I'm very proud of it, coming from a family, coming from a faith-based community of mixed statuses. And what this really means is that we are putting our values into action in the school system. We're saying that we will not stand for discrimination based upon these classes and based upon other classes that are listed in the policy. And if we falter in any way, that there's an avenue for community action against that.
The new policies go into effect on July 1st, 2022. Meantime, the Board of Education unanimously voted to approve multiple changes to the school calendar. December 23rd will be a half day instead of a full day. February 22nd will be a full day closure for students instead of a 2-hour delay. It will now include a half day of parent-teacher conferences and a 3-hour early release for 10 and 11-month employees. The board also declared early release days on January 21st, March 4th, and May 13th for those employees. The move comes after teachers rallied yesterday, citing concerns about stress and overwork. Prince George's County is helping more than 17,000 residents ahead of the Thanksgiving holiday. The county's Office of Community Relations held its annual Stuff a Truck event this afternoon. As people drove up, staff filled their cars with turkeys and bags of food. Officials say the meals will last them beyond next Thursday.
It comes from a place of service and a place of heart. And many families sometimes don't know where their next meal is coming from. A lot of our families are struggling. Many of them are struggling just to put basic needs in their home or pay the rent. And so this is one less thing that a family has to worry about. Everyone deserves to have a holiday meal, a fresh meal, something good to come around the table with.
The event was held at FedEx Field. You're watching CTV News. I'm Keisha Betts. Coming up, residents line up for free flu shots in Landover. Our Katara Jones has the story right after the break. Stay with us.
My mom and dad were traditional Asian parents. Now my father would go to work before I woke up in the morning, and then he would come home too tired to play with me. I tell my son, I love you every single day.
I love you.
Now my dad has never said that to me. Not because he doesn't love me, but because culturally it wasn't comfortable for him. So I teased him the other day and I said, how come you never say that to me? And he said, you're too old now. Now that he's a grandfather, he says, I love you to my son every time he sees him. My advice to all the fathers out there, forget the material things, forget the cultural restrictions. They grow up way too fast for you to waste even a single precious minute or moment.
Say bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Thank you for staying with us. They rolled up their sleeves and got flu shots today. The University of Maryland Capital Region Health and the First Baptist Church of Glen Arden teamed up to host a free flu clinic this morning. CTV's Katara Jones is in Landover with the details. Katara?
Well, since October, health officials have been encouraging residents to get the flu shot, and today the First Baptist Church of Glenarden is making that possible with a drive-through flu clinic. And I'm gonna step out the way so you can get a closer idea exactly what is happening. Now, this person in this car has just pulled up into this parking lot, and a health official, as you can see, is going to administer the flu shot. Now, this is contactless. You do not have to get out of your car, and of course, you're going to keep your mask on. As you can see, this person is walking over to the driver's side and will then soon administer the flu shot to this person in this car. And again, this is just a way to keep residents in this community of Landover safe and secure with the flu shot.
So today we're doing a drive-through flu vaccination clinic. It's open to anybody who wants to get a vaccine, an immunization. They pull up, they check in, they get all of their vaccine information and consents in the car. They remain in the car for safety reasons due to COVID.
And how many doses have you guys made available for this clinic?
We have 200 doses available for today. I think just in general, when you know that you've got your flu vaccine, when you know that you have your COVID vaccine for that matter, it helps minimize anxieties, and it helps, if you do get sick, it helps to, you might not get as sick when you have the vaccine. So it's just one thing to do to kind of check off your list so that you're not putting yourself in any sort of exposure or any, undue harm.
And organizers say if you miss the opportunity to get your flu shot here at this clinic, that you should contact your primary care provider. Katara Jones, CTV News.
Well, the state of Maryland continues on the offense in the fight against COVID. Governor Larry Hogan says the state is expanding its eligibility for COVID-19 booster shots. Eligibility applies to any individual 18 and older who received the Pfizer or Moderna at least 6 months ago. As for the latest COVID-19 numbers, the state health department has confirmed 1,082 new cases. Of those, 102 are in Prince George's. 6 Marylanders have died of the disease since yesterday. 552 people are hospitalized with COVID. Prince George's police have arrested a woman in connection with a stabbing death. This is the suspect, 46-year-old Thais Brown of Capitol Heights. Investigators say she stabbed 60-year-old Donald Goodrick during an argument. It happened Wednesday night around 7:30 at a home on Tunick Avenue. The victim was found in the backyard with stab wounds. Brown was arrested at the scene. She faces murder charges. Meantime, a Hyattsville man turns himself in following a fatal crash in Virginia. The suspect is 45-year-old Freddie Ortez Dominguez. He was allegedly driving a car that was involved in a deadly crash last Saturday night. The incident happened on West Glebe Road in Alexandria. Police say the victim, Sarah Villa Alvarez, was struck by the suspect's car. She was pronounced dead on the scene. Still to come on CTV News tonight, the Bowie State Bulldogs gear up for another big game. We'll hear from Coach Damon Wilson. Stay with us.
Why? Why take a chance? Why risk a mistake? Why say something? We all have reasons why we choose to ignore the things that give us pause, that seem out of place, that don't feel right. The word why can either paralyze us or empower us to stand up and protect what we love. So if you see something, why do you say something?
I see safe for my family.
I see safe for my friends.
I see say so that they are safe.
We see say for each other.
I see say because all of this matters.
We all have something worth protecting, a why that unifies this community we're all a part of. So protect your everyday. Report suspicious activity to local authorities. If you see something, say something.
Welcome back. Police have identified the man who was shot and killed while driving a car in University Park on Wednesday. He's 19-year-old Luis Uteria of Hyattsville. Investigators say Uteria was shot while driving in the 4000 block of Underwood Street. Anyone with information on that case is asked to call police. A new federal lawsuit claims Maryland prisons are violating the U.S. Constitution's ban on cruel and unusual punishment. That's according to the Daily Record. The suit brought by Disability Rights Maryland asked the court to halt the use of solitary confinement for people with severe mental illness. The complaint also alleges that the state is flouting the Americans with Disabilities Act by denying mentally ill prisoners access to regular services while they're confined. 5 Maryland casinos are approved for the state's first sports betting licenses, including MGM National Harbor and Maryland Live. The commission greenlighted the casinos, giving major gaming operations access to the market before any minority or woman-owned businesses even filed applications. The vote means Maryland could possibly have legal sports wagering by the end of the year. Others awarded sports betting licenses include the Hollywood, Ocean Downs, and Horseshoe casinos. A local Alpha Kappa Alpha chapter is donating more than 1,900 potatoes to homeless and low-income families. The Psi Epsilon Omega chapter is giving away the donation to Elizabeth House tomorrow. Members of the sorority rolled up their sleeves and planted the crops earlier this year at the Bowie Community Garden. Benita Swindell says this will help the organization address food insecurity.
One of the things that they're doing is they're going to use the potatoes to help to prepare the meals for the families that are in need, as well as for the holidays to provide them in their baskets for delivery as part of the distribution that they do on a monthly basis.
Elizabeth House is a nonprofit organization that serves Laurel residents. The Bowie State University Bulldogs are going for the NCAA championship after capturing the CIAA crown last week. The team will take the field tomorrow in round 1 of the NCAA playoffs. Bowie State, 10-1 on the season, will host Lenore-Rhine.
It's just time to start executing and doing how we play football in the CIAA and take it to the playoffs.
There you go. Close that gap.
We wanted to get back to the CIAA championship, but we knew it's more than bigger than that. So we're on a different stage right now, on a different journey. That was just one stop in that journey. So we just got to stay focused, stay locked in, and we're going to get the job done.
Let the trade now.
Our goal every year is coming into the season to win the national championship. In order to do that, winning the conference championship is a part of that. But what made it a little bit more difficult this year is the year off. You know, the guys had to be really organized and focused the year we couldn't get with them and meet with them and practice football. And those guys showed their dedication, their commitment to the program to get certain things done.
Throughout the pandemic, we didn't know we was going to ever play football again. We're definitely grateful for this opportunity, grateful to play in front of Bowie State and wear that black and gold. We trust each other, everybody on the defense.
These guys are not playing selfish at all. They're really selfless on that side of the ball. And I think our whole ball club, and I think that's what's giving us an opportunity to be in the position we're in now.
We trust each other that we're going to do our 111, do our job, and we just play with that enthusiasm, play with that tenacious attitude that you're not going to get nothing from us. So we just got to read our keys and react. But we got to play with higher energy, be intense, play dark side defense. We're going to get the job done, though. We just head down, so we're ready to take on the opportunity and take it head on.
It's time to turn it up. See, it's fun, but it's time to turn it up in the playoffs.
If you want to continue to play, you must win. The guys know that, they understand that, they're putting the work in to get the desired outcome. So now it's about just going on the field and playing well on Saturday.
The teams kick off tomorrow at 1 p.m. at Bulldogs Stadium. Let's get a quick check on our 3-day weather forecast. Tonight, mostly clear with a low around 30. Saturday, cloudy and cool with a high near 49. Sunday, cloudy with showers expected in the afternoon. Daytime temps reach a high near 56. Monday, partly sunny with a high near 54. And now for the community calendar, calling all District 9 residents. Members from Prince George's County Council, along with Operation Ernie's Plate, are hosting a Thanksgiving food box giveaway. The event is this Saturday, November 20th, from 11 a.m. until 1 p.m. in the parking lot of the Showplace Arena. One box will be provided per vehicle on a first-come, first-served basis. Officials are asking residents to remain in their cars while boxes are loaded into your trunk. For more information, call 301-952-3820. And that wraps up our CTV Newscast. Join us again on Monday. I'm Keisha Betts. Have a good night.